Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Heresy. Last time, Father Rowe went to the Emperor's side in a, he lasted longer than he had a right to and nowhere near as long as I wanted. Yes.
Turns out that trying to dress like a woman is not a very good strategy. Who would have thought?
Yeah. I mean, there are times when it's a great strategy. That was not one of them.
It's fine. This time I want to step beyond. I am playing a woman. No longer have this problem.
And as he was dying gloriously, a cogboy decided to make some trouble. And, turns out the explorator detected a teleport flare, traced it, and then immediately wanted to go and rub holy oils all over the teleporter. And had to go directly through the arbitrator precinct. It was great. He was only nearly got into a out-and-out shooting war.
He could have just asked nicely first.
That was him asking nicely.
Yeah, that was him asking very nicely. Notice how he didn't just orbital bombard the precinct?
And was willing to wait for the person in charge to actually arrive rather than just kicking the door down and shooting everyone. It's impeccable manners, really.
Which is why the Mechanicus is disliked so much. They're all dickheads.
Yeah. That was resolved. The warband tagged along after him and found where the silver had been teleported to, and sadly, where it seems she escaped from. She's now gone to ground somewhere on Moab. But you do have her second in command. You've got her, the Baron that she was at least nominally an employee of. And you've got a new girl. Who arrived with the Inquisitor. You got here just a bit too late to really help with the situation as a whole, but, you know, he's here now.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. You guys only had one casualty, so. Yeah.
We're doing much better than I anticipated.
Exactly. And now you have someone that can actually recognize what the Tau is. It's a good thing. It's a good thing you mentioned to the Inquisitor that it might be Tau ship. Because you might have gotten something completely unrelated otherwise.
Yay!
Yes.
I mean, it's easy to spot towel shit. You just smell the coward.
My boy.
I thought it was all of the Japanese OST singing.
I thought it was
See,
all
you
the.
say that, but there's their hacks.
I thought it was all the sad BO from never leaving their rooms. I mean, their mech suits. Actually, you know who's gonna survive the fucking Corona apocalypse best? Fucking those Japanese hermits.
Yeah, no. They're
Jeez.
who are
and they shall inherit the earth. Anyway.
Yes. So, I believe last time you were headed back to the precinct to do some interrogations.
Yes.
So, the Inquisitor is going to send Scythia with you, but will stay back himself, so not literally everyone knows, yeah, there's an Inquisitor here.
I mean, at this
That is
point, it doesn't matter. Our subtlety's already like 0.
Yours
Yeah,
is.
out.
He
Easy.
still has 50.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, he just arrived here.
He's super
gets-
competent. Unlike us, which is chums.
We needed gear.
Yeah, it's fine. Alright, well, time to get up in the full Imperial uniforms and all that. Might as well just fucking ride loud.
Right. So, when you get to the precinct, yeah, there are a couple of arbitrator intelligences waiting for you. Snap. The leading one steps forward, snaps a quick Aquila salute. The prisoners are waiting for you. One thing. The girl. We examined her during processing. She's got volators.
We're not gonna get much out of her.
Yeah.
What's that?
We've-
In
Do
case
you have a
someone here
tech
doesn't
knowledge?
fully- Oh,
I know what
please.
that is.
I know what that is too, and I would be willing to explain it because, come on, we're both initiated.
Sure.
Volitor implants are implants that can potentially shut down someone's brain when they are about to reveal information they really don't know. And depending on their quality, they can either shut them down temporarily or permanently. We'll have to be very delicate with this particular interrogation. And we're very unlikely to get any good information out of it if they're any competent at their craft.
We've got prepped for surgery, but we weren't going to proceed without you giving a go-ahead. Something goes wrong, that's everything lost.
Good.
Well, Savin,
Yay!
looks like we're gonna battle buddies again.
Aw, yeah.
So I assume Savin's gonna handle the Medicae, and I'll be assisting with my Medicae Mechadendrite, and then Casa assisting with the tech use.
You aren't going to be able to assist each other. If you're taking the lead, because of the delicate nature of this is literally fucking brain surgery, you are going to have to be doing techie stuff simultaneously to the Medicae stuff. So if you're taking the lead on that, you can't assist with the tech use.
That's fine. You take Cass's assistance. I technically have like a 100 or a 90% chance, and I can fate into success, so I'll be fine.
You can't.
I can't?
Your Chirurgian power, it
Oh,
specifies
that's
first aid.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
still.
Also, this is gonna have negatives. And
Yay.
you're gonna eat through most of them. But yeah. But if this was easy, then there would be no point to Volator implants existing.
What is my negative detect use? Wait, I guess first is medicine. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to go directly to surgery, all tests here will have a negative 30.
Oof. Alright, let
Oof.
me just get open this couple talents I have here, make sure I use them right. Okay. Do. Scroll down, make sure I'm getting the right bonus from this med kit, because it matters now. KLM. Okay, looks like that's all good. So let's go ahead and roll. So 20 from that, 20 from that, then minus 30, so total of 10. Boop.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can into actual brain surgery quite well.
Holy shit, that training on Terra. You're an actual brain surgeon.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
So is Casa helping me?
Yes.
All right then. Then I roll at a flat bonus.
I would also be helping if it wasn't squirmish.
Yeah. You have successfully cut open her head, disconnected the all of her thinky bits from the implants, and extracted the implants. However, there is a complication. Though these are a lot more extensive than standard volitors, rather than just cutting off a section of the brain and protecting it behind them, the bits of the brain to do with long-term memory have been out and out replaced.
Oof.
She is, well, there's enough left of her brain to make a servitor pilot. Servitor. There's not really much enough left for anything else. She's not going to recover from this. Which, you know, she wasn't going to get the chance to, but, yeah.
So can we just like download her memory banks on the, like from her cybernetics, or is she just fucked?
Yes, that is what you are going to have to do.
Okay.
And, I do believe it is security for doing the hacking.
I'm glad that I put another point into that last time. Does
Glad
Casa
you did.
have security?
She do.
Okie dokie.
Alright. I mean, that also had a negative 30 on it, but
Oh, that means 66. No, 56, sorry. I had a plus 20, negative 30, so I had a negative 10.
yeah, so that would have been a target of 60.
Did I ever tell you how great I am at math?
Yeah, I don't think I still have that meme, but there was a reason that meme about you blowing things up with math exists. You are, Certainly something with numbers.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Are you sure though?
Oh, there. Such forbidden knowledge.
Truly a scholar varied.
Yeah. You have gotten the decrypts. You can open up the memory. Yeah, all of her memories. And now I think the only other thing to do is plug it into something and scroll for a while. How long do you have? Because you've got, like, the entirety of her long-term memory in here.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't care about the stuff in the way back. I can peruse that at my leisure. But on all of the most recent ones.
Alright.
Also, hey, it's kind of pointless just to leave this body around. I'm going to contact the Mechanicus and tell them that we have a prime subject for being converted into a servitor, and I require parts.
Yep.
Alright.
Is this the same day as the assault, by the way? Can I have my hit point back?
Yes, you and Baltus can. Ceiko cannot.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you're pretty fucked up still. Need to take a day or two off so I can long-term nurse you back to health.
I think that's what I'm doing.
You cannot benefit from taking today off. You had to spend too long dealing with rodents of unusual size.
Mhm.
Oh,
Rodents.
But soon.
the best quest. Rats in the basement. Kill them all.
Mm-hmm.
Get 5 XP.
Alright. So... Stray, for just getting useful information from doing a quick peruse back, the way we're going to handle this is that you're going to make a logic test,
Ah, fuck.
and you're going to get your degrees of success plus your intelligence bonus as things you can ask me. Just like doing an interrogation. But you get your intelligence bonus as a guaranteed number.
Logic is literally the next on my line to upgrade. I maxed out tech use. Scared. Oh. I've only got 1 point in this, guys.
Oh,
I
no.
only have a 50-50 chance.
Is there any way anyone can assist, or is it just like all going on in...
Brain space.
If there is any
Yeah,
way I can
I-
combine my amazing brain space implants with Eloa's brain space implants.
If you have an MIU, yeah, you can, you can...
I don't have an
use
MIU,
your,
never mind.
No. You lack the interface capability. You cannot put your male plug into her female socket.
But there is someone here with an MIU, I think.
No.
Or did
no.
we not actually
There's a
use that?
weapon. No. I have the MIU. The other person has the weapon interface.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually know who
I don't
ever got
remember.
that.
I don't remember
I
who took it because I
I
had to
think
leave
it's
early.
Ceiko.
Yeah, and you were going to give it to Graves, but it did a completely different thing than what you thought, so it was useless for Graves.
What are you talking about? I'm a genius.
So I actually think that should still be in the lead, so I'll just pop it.
Is it? Hey, Winner, did you have the weapon impulse unit?
I
I really think he did, because I know I made a bunch of
yeah.
surgery checks.
That's right, I do have that.
But what weapon has it?
Oh, you know, I just
Well-
realized we totally lost the face mask thing with Rowe, because he got blown to
Mhm.
bits.
Yep. Twitch mask is no more.
Winter, if you have a cybernetic, please put it on the cybernetic section of your character sheet.
Okay. I just completely forgot about it, but I do remember making a roll for Days of Rest.
This makes us
Okay,
look
I'm
sad.
gonna make that logic dice now. Was it challenging, or was it still negative?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so good.
Alright, what's your int bonus?
I'm a hero. 5.
Okay. Wasn't sure if you had like a talent or something adding to your logic. But yeah, congratulations, comrades. You get to ask me 10 things from Eloa, spooling through the agent's memories.
Do they know
Location
they're
of-
working with the Xeno? Nah.
Oh,
ASL?
okay, go
Wait,
ahead,
no.
go ahead.
Actually, no, that's a redundant question. It doesn't matter if they know they're working with Xenos or not. They're dead. So yeah, let's go with the location.
Location of what?
Their main base.
Location of main base of operation. Hopefully it wasn't the place we just blew up.
Alright. And you're being specific for Moab?
Yeah, on this planet. The bitch can't get off this planet right now, so we don't need to worry about others. Unless you can, but you know.
Alright. Then yes. Spooling through that in main base. Yeah. You get a memory of a conversation she had with the Silver. Setting up what the plan was if things went a little out of hand. And yeah. Give me a sec, sorry. Alright. Yes. The gist of it is that, if things go badly, they'll hold Castle Hommel as long as they can, then teleport into this ancient bunker complex. Assume, and then just take refuge there. The plan for, even with the arbitrators, sorry, sorry, I'm just getting a terrible anxiety spike.
Sneaky bastards hiding right underneath the Arbites nose. It's probably slipped into a uniform already. And Arbites never check one another. Just like real police officers. Why would they? So
Are you
simple,
okay,
yet
Merz?
brilliant.
Feeling alright, Merz? Need a break for a little bit? Maybe cough a drink?
Yeah. Just a minute.
That's fine. Knock
Yeah.
yourself out. That gives us time
Actually,
to talk about our questions. So, guys,
Yes, this would be a good opportunity.
We have a
one
substantial amount.
one way to find your enemies is to find the enemies of your enemies. I think one of our questions should be, what are their main enemy targets on this planet? Obviously, us and the arbitrators are going to be here, but we might be able to suss out more enemies they have.
Yeah, we know that we're organizing a coup, or at least Rowe and you. Didn't tell you guys about the revolution. Unless you were listening. Oh no, you were listening on his comms.
Yeah. So, how about we ask we ask about any of their targets first, then we ask about any of their allies, and then if any of their targets are, say, rival gangers, we can either breach and clear, or we can try to enlist their aid, and any allies we can trounce on.
Yeah. Yeah, good idea.
How did they get the Xenotech? Why did they want to start the coup? That's true. Hang on. So that
Amid.
Yeah, make a list. So we got like 9 more of these bad boys.
All right. So we
Enemies.
already took up our first question, which was
The location of the main base.
and
It was
then-
Castle Hamel, and then as their backup plan, they would retreat into the ancient bunker complex right underneath fucking Arbites. No one would dare look there. They would have gone away with it if it wasn't for that pesky door hacking.
Really would have.
I mean, they'd still have the mages, like, wanting to kick their door in.
All right. This is what we have so far.
Which was brilliant, Merz, by the way.
We have 6, which means 4 questions left.
Ah, yes, the list of remaining friends. That's a good one because there could be Xenos right here, right fucking now.
Are all
Preparing to
teleportariums linked like
No.
1-to-1 or? So you might want to ask if there are any other teleportation beacons around.
I don't think it's possible for any more than one teleportarium to be on a planet. That's Archaeotech.
But we just found 2.
Fucking expensive. That shit is ludicrous.
Bob, you are so
Oh,
quiet.
Bob, you're very quiet.
It would be
Where's it?
amazing if they could just directly point us to the goddamn Tau
I
back.
Did we find 2, or did we just find the activation switch to be teleported?
Yeah, you just found the one.
Oh.
Yeah. A teleport, for people who aren't familiar with the lore, but the thing is, my character can tell you that in person, is that a teleportarium is incredibly rare. And for a planet to have more than one, you basically have to be on, like, Terra or a core world.
Right. Then, in that case, are there any other beacons around? Because that would also... or where are any other beacons? Because that would also tell us where their, potential rally points might be. Or backup plans.
That is a thing that exists. In fact, there are, like, grenade beacons as well.
Yeah. So finding out where they're stashing any other beacons would potentially...
Because while we have control of the teleportarium, that might tell us the location of any strongholds. Good plan. So we'll add teleportarium beacon location.
You guys are on top of this.
Also, can I make that requisition roll for a medkit?
Hey, speaking of requisitions, is there anything to bully the Arbites into giving?
I don't think you can bully Arbites.
Oh,
Except for
I'm
that
the
one guy we
Inquisition.
browbeat
I can
once.
bully everyone. It's just this one is a stummer. No big deal. Just a stummer, bro.
Requisition it.
So,
I'm waiting for the GM to give me the go.
teleportarium Homer location.
What's the range on a teleportarium? Is it Just anywhere?
It's basic within its field. It's like I'm pretty sure this one could teleport you throughout an entire planet. Because remember, a teleportarium can be used if like if a space marine has a teleport homer and the ship that they're teleporting to is in orbit around the moon of the planet, so it's far.
Oh, so it doesn't have to teleport to another teleportarium.
No, the
Okay.
teleportarium is the main thing. The what we're looking for is teleport homers.
Gotcha.
They produce a signal which can be locked onto and enable them to teleport onto the battlefield, rather
Got
than
it. We're
simply
thinking like
scattering
Star
and
Trek
arriving.
teleporters. Got it.
Yeah. Because if you use a teleportarium without using a homer, you'll probably be scattered a little bit.
Little bit.
Or,
Stand up in a wall.
Assuming you teleport, you come back.
God, you're so quiet, Rob.
I'm gonna turn Bobo up.
This thing isn't as close to my mouth as my last mic.
It's no problem as long as you don't suddenly jump up in volume. I've turned you up to 170.
I got you at
He's at
200
200
for me.
and you're still pretty quiet.
Yeah.
You might want to actually like boost up your hardware in Discord.
All right. Does that help?
Not
No.
much, if any.
You gotta boost your decibels manually from the Microsoft app.
How about I'm not
Okay.
sure if these will be separate questions, but the name and the location of their Xenos contact would be good.
Oh, that would be amazing. And she would know. She's the handler here.
So,
Fucking second-hand
Merzendi, are
agent
those
of
two
Silver.
different questions? Name and location. It's fine if it's two. We'll still have one more left.
Yeah, that sounds like that sounds, yeah, two definitely.
All right, this is what we have so far. Location of main base. How did they get the Xeno? Well, I don't think we need how did they get the Xenotech. We know they got it from. No. It's still a perfectly valid question because, they might not have gotten it directly from the Tau. Maybe a rogue trader. Or a heretic. So, location of main base. How did they get the Xenotech? Why did they want to start the coup? Are there any remaining weapon or tech caches? List of remaining enemies. List of remaining friends. Teleportarium Homer locations. Name of Xenos contact. Location of Xenos contact. And one more, guys. I'm spent. I can't think of anything else.
Let's see. Who are her next of kin so we can go crucify them too?
Good idea.
I mean, fucking, I don't know.
List list of remaining friends would still be within underworld contacts. What? They could have underworld contacts that aren't necessarily friends but fixers. So how about list of underworld contacts? That way we might know who more of the movers and shakers even Casa might not know about.
I'm sure. Getting,
They're
even if
still
they're not
alive.
necessarily related to this, getting more information about the locale is good.
Because if there's... Actually, can we ask her if they're... Just specify more the ally? Because she might have a very powerful off-world ally that is gonna come and try to pick her up.
How about we wait for our questions to be answered and we hold one in reserve just in case something comes up?
You know, a smart idea.
Yeah. Man.
So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. So yes, we're at 9. We can hold 1 in reserve. All right. Well, Merzendi, you can let us know whenever you're feeling a bit better, because if I know this group, we have the power to faff for forever. All I need to do is wind up Snippy and ask him something about for. It's not that hard.
Don't you dare.
The autism is ready to be unleashed.
Don't you dare.
I mean, Snippy, what is the rarity of a teleportarium on a planet?
Nearly unique. You
Or just straight
shouldn't have
unique.
this. They haven't made a teleportarium since the Dark Age.
Yeah, that
Indeed.
sounds unique.
Can you use a
It's
teleportarium
not.
to go between planets?
No.
If they're close.
Yes, if they're close enough.
Okay, so like same system sort of thing.
Not even
No.
same system. Like
Like-
you would be wanting to like wait until they are nearest together in their orbits for a maybe.
So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
They are
from the moon to here would be.
The further apart they are, the more.
The
chance-
more likelihood you just end up being in the warp.
Or space.
Like a tidally locked planets or moons would be the safest, but you can go out further. But there is a chance of being demoned or just going sploot.
Yeah, they are primarily for like ship to ship or ship to planet things.
Right. Well, I'm sure it's going to be very useful for the Arbites to have a teleportarium under their base now.
They aren't keeping that. They're not
Oh.
being allowed to keep that.
Oh, they're just getting that jacked. All right.
It
belongs to the Mechanicus now.
Alright. Snippy, please, go ahead and reduce your influence by 2.
Fate.
Well,
I'm gonna
Okay.
use a fate.
okay. Please roll 100 so you reduce your influence by 10.
Okay, I don't get into a fist fight with the arbitrator.
And, Savin, what did you wanted to try to buy a good medkit?
Yeah.
Oh, I can help with that. What's your influence?
Right now my influence is 58.
You actually have a better shot at this than that. Actually, no. For me, requisitions are 1 rarity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Ministorum, huh?
That would still be, easier for Savin to do.
Ah, yes, but... okay, fine.
Alright, and...
Give a. Could still roll commerce, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I'm just trying to get a bonus to it.
yeah, Snippy, please stop for a bit. Like, let me fucking handle one thing at a time, please.
You must suffer.
Right, so you wanted to trade in a scarce and a rare?
Yes.
So that would be a, plus 30,
Oh, dang.
for trading those two, and then a rare item is a -20, so you'll net a plus 10.
Sweet. And yeah, let's see if we can commerce it up a little help from Castle. Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Yep, Right. Merchant.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll enjoy that next plus 10.
Alright. 78% chance. Let's go. Nice. Got a medkit. That is even better.
Okay. Would you like to be able to Would you like to commerce me up 2 scarce implants?
Sure. And Snippy, did you need something as well?
Ah, yes, I want to get myself a gas mask.
Alright.
Because I know better.
I'll just roll 3 commerce checks real quick then.
And I want a baleful eye. I'm kidding.
This last one's for Snippy. Oh, sorry, Snips.
Alright.
Look, I have faith.
Yeah, so Snippy is going to have an additional -10 on the test.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. It'll be just normal for me. I'm not getting a gas mask.
Well, and Winter, what cybernetics were you after?
Cranial armor and Volt.
Alright, yeah.
Both scarce.
Yep. So that was a win for you guys by 1, and a looks like a tie on the second one. So your first one will have a +10, your second one will have a +0.
And both are -10, so this first one's a raw roll.
Yep.
I'm gonna fate re-roll that.
Alright, good shout, as it would be reducing your influence.
Yeah. There we go. Got the cranial armor. I said that one first. Then this is the vocal implant, which will be a -10.
Alright.
Just one more requisition this
I'm
time.
gonna fate
It's
point that one too.
impossible for me to fail.
Okay.
Woo! Squeak
Sure.
that one by.
Nice.
I'll get those done as soon as I have the chance for bed rest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I want to requisition frag grenades because they're the best.
They're garbage.
Hush you.
That's what Snippy wants them.
Very much so.
Oh,
That one worked.
63, 61, 63, 62. That's incredibly consistent. A single frag grenade. Just find it in the drawer somewhere and snatch it.
hey Merzendi,
Hmm?
I'm assuming the Savin can't help me with commerce for requisite blah 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 blah, whatever, getting more cybernetics because I'm dealing with the Mechanicum.
I mean, Savin, the Sororita specifically, no.
Yeah, commerce.
Alas.
So I'm
And
gonna.
you could get Casa.
It's true, she's
Yeah, I
also...
can help with commerce. I got
Okay.
commerce.
Oh, why weren't you
Don't know
helping?
about cyber
Whoever
bullets.
can help me with commerce so I can talk to the Mechanicus so I can get an additional mechadendrite would be nice.
Okay, can I throw commerce to Mechanicus? I do have peer.
Yes. Casa.
You're Mechanicus?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, that actually worked! I didn't roll a 60.
Yeah, I mean, that should have had another +10 on it if I had been allowed to speak, but
You know me. I don't have patience in me. I need to go fast, Merz. I need to go fast.
Alright. Well, what I was trying for was a manipulator mechadendrite.
alright, well, from commercing, you're getting your +20.
Okay. Okay. I'll add that to my sheet. And aside from that, what were we doing?
We're
Oh,
gonna ask a bunch of questions.
yes. We were going to ask a bunch of questions. And for those who are wondering, the only reliable form of teleportation in this game is Necron teleportation, because it doesn't use the warp.
Nice.
And depending on your definition of teleportation, the webway.
That still uses the warp.
Sorta?
Super
can-
safe though. If you ignore all the murderous clowns.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just move this manipulator mechadendrite up there. There we are.
So,
Get fucking frag grenades. Jesus Christ.
first thing, main base, Castle Hommel, and then the bunker. The plan was that even with the arbitrators up there, once the general rising started, the arbitrators would either be too busy to come and get them, or just be killed. How they got the Xenotech? This is a difficult one because I've got to consider how much, the agent knows about that.
Oh, that, take your time.
Operational security and all.
If she didn't know too much about it, that's fine. It just helps us with our questions.
Yeah,
There's so many things I want to requisition. But I'm afraid to roll again.
I know. I want literally every single mechadendrite. That's what I'm going for, is to make sure I have the ballistic manipulator, Medicae, optic, and utility.
The grenade launcher, but I know what's gonna happen if I roll.
Grenade launcher would be sweet, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna try.
Indirect fire, man. Indirect fire.
Fuck, I'll try. I'm not sure how good this is gonna.
I'll wait for Merzendi to be done, then we'll do that.
yeah, you are being a bit cheeky with the number of requisitions, Snips.
Let's not go too deep into it. Let's try, if we're doing requisitions, maybe one each a session.
3.
Or
I mean,
one.
I'll tell you when to stop, and you have hit the point where you stop.
Yeah, I think 3 is a good number to stop. 3 is where I stopped in the first session.
Yeah.
Get that ballistic mechadendrite and then plug my fucking pistol into it. The hotshot pistol. Never run out. Be as God. Wait, if you want frag grenades, I'll give you 3 frag grenades right now. You want frag grenades? I'm never gonna use them.
Yes, please.
Here, have 3 frag grenades. I'll remove them from my sheet.
I now have 4 total frag grenades. I can't wait to get critted by an energy weapon and just explode. Yay!
I'm keeping the shredder grenade.
Same.
Keep that. I only want normal frags.
Why specifically frags?
Because, he says.
Okay then.
I've
Tried so hard.
As for, she doesn't really know much about where the Xenotech came from. There is the only memories she has regarding it are it already being in the hands of conspiracy members, like when Taran gave her, a a disguised pulse pistol. Why they wanted to start the coup? She has a general sense of discontentment with the local authorities. And this is local going out to, subsector and, indeed even the Gothic sector as a whole. She does not approve of what was being done, and the general thought was, we can do better for the Imperium than these fuckers, and better ourselves in the process.
Double heresy.
Yeah. Next one along is remaining caches. None. They still hadn't actually filled out their caches, and once the order came out, people involved in the conspiracy would have grabbed what they had, and gotten themselves, and they were definitely among the people rounded up, killed, shit confiscated by the arbitrators. Right. Remaining enemies. So she can give you her well, you can get a memory where they were discussing a list of targets. Of course, the arbitrators need to are on the list. They need to be contained or eliminated. The planetary governor, of course, the target of the rebellion, the primary one. There are some some of the other nobles, both in here, in Dibon and the other cities across the planet, those that might feel principled or object to being jumped over in the coup. Basically anyone who might decide to side with the planetary governor rather than sit on the sidelines and just continue to do their own little noble thing. they're uncertain as to what the response of the Magus will be. So, well, need a plan to take care of him if he decides to be a problem, but if he doesn't, they don't have a they don't have any beef with him specifically. Friends. The issue there is remaining. She knows a fair, like, well, yeah. She was the primary go-between for Tyran and the Silver and the criminal underlings and junior ranked members of the conspiracy, but yeah, there's no one that she remembers you know of as being alive. Like, given, like, if you ask the arbitrators for, reports on the suppression, pretty much all of the people she dealt with were either killed or placed into custody during the rising.
Excellent.
Teleport homer locations. The only teleport homer they had was the one that was worked into the throne. That was like the one stable route they had was from headquarters to emergency hiding place. At least she isn't aware of any others. It's for the name of the Xeno contact. She's never met them, but but they have been referred to while she was present. In their Gothic name, Commander Wraithblade.
Fucking weebs.
As for the location, yeah, just as how this started and how the Xenotech gets put into the crates, she does not know that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, largely swings and misses. However, this has given us valuable information, so we won't chase up dead-end leads. So, list of remaining friends. What was that?
They're all.
Oh yeah, they're all gathered up and killed. Enemies were anything new? I think I was in the restroom at that point.
Not really. As far as you could get from just a quick memory dive, it was just like arbitrators governor, some nobles, potentially the Magos if he decided to stick his nose into things.
All right. Well, I have one final suggestion for a question. We have one left, but I'll leave it open to everyone. The make and serial number of Silver's escape craft.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I was gonna suggest just where the silver would have gone to lay low here, but yeah, that might be more direct.
The only thing she, well, yeah, can get a bit, she, like the initial escape craft, it's like those four like freight shuttles you found in the underground complex, and a relatively nondescript auto, yeah, just car.
I can't. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was hoping that it was more than like a hover car, that it had like, like the numbers on the back, like the fins on airplanes, so we have to. Ah, well, swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, it does, but the plan was like, if you did ever have to use that, get it as far as possible, and then just keep switching vehicles, or just go on foot. Like,
Fair enough. All right. Well, then I will. We have all this information. I'll download it and then hand it over for inquisitorial inspect. People who are not us can go through the long-term memory of this chick and decide whether or not it's worth keeping or purging.
fair enough. Yeah, you just have the Baron then.
Okay, and I cannot be of help in this point because I have no ranks in interrogation.
Oh, baby.
I turn the controls over to Savin and Snippy.
Well, I can keep him alive, but I'm also not trained in interrogate.
Oh, it was Bob. Bob, right. Bob
Yeah.
has interrogate, yeah.
The
Bob
other
and Rowe.
phase.
We have so many faces now.
I mean, your Inquisition, I would expect you to at least be two-faced.
Heh.
Eh.
So, Baltus is taking lead. Does, like, Scythia actually have it
Oh,
trained?
Interrogation?
Yeah.
She does, I just had forgotten to take it in. I bought it last session. Which would explain why I don't remember it. So I
Fair
can
enough.
assist.
Yep. And the arbitrators will give you some toys.
Exclusive kid.
Yep.
Ooh.
So. However, I must interrupt. When you go in to the Baron's room, I will answer any questions you have. But I ask. I must plead guilt by my own ignorance and incompetence. I did not know that which Tyrann did. I failed in my duties to the Imperium. But it was not out of malice, simply out of my own weakness.
Can I give this guy scrutiny?
Yeah,
I will help.
Give him the squints.
Just gonna
That's
give him a little squint. I forgot to add your assistant. Ignorance is not an excuse.
I'm aware. That is why I make no pretension of innocence.
And this is something rather hard to miss. You know, people don't organize a revolution. It's just, I fail to see how she could organize a revolution right underneath your nose and you just not taking notice.
I am a weak and foolish man. I would have been better born a menial. I never had any idea how to be a noble, how to rule these habs. Tyrann, she was progenium trained. She knew what to do. I relied upon her, and in doing that, she had the opportunity to do this.
How did you come to meet this Tyrann?
The von Hommel family has always been served by seneschals of the Adeptus Terra. She arrived shortly after my ascension. She was trained in the Scholars of Elysium. And she came with all of the proper certification. I simply took her into my service as I was supposed to. At least I thought that was what I was supposed to do.
If she is who you say she is, then there should be records of her in the Schola. Of course, that may not be her after all. She could have been replaced. It is perhaps more disturbing to think that someone trained so highly by the Empire would betray it than to think a noble would. And yeah, Juno's gonna like lean out of the interrogation room and try and get like one of the Arbites to go, like, pull up this bitch's profile, just get the full name and whatever ID she might have had from Hommel's, either himself or his server.
Yeah, yeah, they can get on that.
Good.
Do you want to wait for them to get that back, or continue talking to them?
We can
continue.
continue. But the question is,
So the faceless trade was a more recent addition to your pet.
The what?
Were you aware your men were dabbling with foreign tech?
No, I thought those were a new product from Mazoa.
Mizoa?
Our neighboring Forge world. 'Tis the jewel of the Cyclops cluster.
Ah.
no. And have we keyed the Arbites into the Tau being here, or have we kept that to ourselves so far? I don't think we've mentioned it.
I don't think I've directly mentioned Tau, which is why I'm just saying foreign.
Foreign. Yeah.
It could be humans. It could just be heretics, human heretics, for all they know. I'm making it ambiguous.
Okay, good. Alright,
So,
just making sure.
and there's a lot of other things out there.
Oh, if you only knew. From Mazoa. How exactly were you receiving the shipments?
Tyrann.
Rock traders, perhaps?
No. Tyrann took care of most of that. She should have the paperwork. I signed off on some of it. I think it was a Chartist conglomerate.
It seems she's had you completely fooled.
Not like you made it particularly difficult.
What did you occupy yourself with? Where it was clearly not the management of your household, nor of your domains. Corruption spreads from Tehran. Meanwhile, within your land, your hab, supposedly on your authority, a brothel turns women into slaves broken on illicit drugs.
Illicit drugs, you say? I authorized Pleasure House to improve the work ratio of the menials. They cannot work 24 hours a day. Not
Apparently
even
they
servitors
think
can
the
do
women
that.
can. Especially once they've been kidnapped and brainwashed. And then there's the sewers full of scum, violent, armed, who are smuggling from your spaceport here all these nice weapons from our foreign sources. So tell me, Baron, what have you been doing at all?
The production of goods, it went up, and there was a higher menial child survival rate. I have charts. The charts can't lie.
If the paperwork can lie, why can't the charts? Juno's just gonna like flip over data slate to like try and pull up whatever the Arbites have on that same information, see if just he's been completely fooled by Tehran on that too, if like, productivity on the planet's been falling.
No, it has been actually going up steadily. There is a note from Judex Hannigan to it. But production increases do not justify the behavior, the techniques employed. And then another note from, in response to that, from Marshal Van der Rey, that any increase is justified in and of itself. And then a passage from the Lex Imperialis that basically that backs up his point.
Ah, no wonder he got bombed.
Juno will consider this for a moment, then shake her head, set the data slate down. It is, I suppose, commendable that you have given yourself so thoroughly to ensuring the productivity of the Habs. After all, if the numbers are going up, then surely any means justify it. So say the Marshal here.
Ex-Marshal?
Though if your actions are directed by Tehran and he approved of them, I do wonder why they bombed him. Seems contradictory. Shouldn't they have been aiming for Hannigan?
Hannigan would not have made as much of a noise. They needed the Marshal out of the way.
True. True.
See, as skillful as Hannigan might be, she does not command the same authority a Marshal of the Adeptus Arbites.
So tell me, Baron, other than Tehran, have you noticed other members of your house displaying unusual behavior, new
Or any rival
ideation, beliefs that they express that seem queer to you?
Oh, There was something I noticed among my security forces. It's a logo they... What's it? Finger slip, sorry. A logo they occasionally mention. I don't understand it. They said it was something they heard from a preacher. The Imperium for the Imperium. It's very tautological. Don't know what it means.
Looks like they came up with a nice little slogan. Don't
Is there a knowledge check we could throw at that?
Not one I can think of.
Lore Master, maybe?
Just raw intelligence. Because
Pure
boy,
raw
that sounds
I-
like some
knowledge.
Tau bullshit to me.
It's just something like very good.
It's just a slogan.
So here's the thing. I have memorance implants. So is it possible for me to just quickly look up if the Tau have tried to pull similar bullshit elsewhere?
Yeah, I think, for that, you can pop a, Forbidden Law Tau.
Ooh! Do I get any pluses for the implant?
Develop, yeah, you'll get their plus 10.
You know
Okay.
everything about the fucking blueberries.
It's just like in
Um,
real life. In real life, when the communists go do their fucking marches down in Athens, they always have the same slogans. They fucking print out scripts and send them by email to the party.
yeah, when the Tau occupy Imperial worlds, depending on, how readily it complies with their Xeno ideologies, they give various degrees of autonomy. For those that are pretty compliant, they often have these nice pithy logos that combine an like the idea of loyalty to the Imperium and love of the God Emperor, with the wicked Tau ideology of the greater good.
Of course, those bastards.
Yeah. This this is straight out of that sort of playbook. Like, the Imperium for the Imperium. Yeah, that's very propaganda-y, very reminiscent of the Tau. In fact, some of the world's, in fact, with getting in that one, yeah, that the Tau have actually used that very logo on some worlds that were liberated and cleansed during the Damocles Gulf Crusade.
So, I speak to you for a moment.
Yes. You'll excuse us, Baron.
I'm not going anywhere.
No, you're not. Yeah, Juno will go outside and say, I have my suspicions, but I have a feeling you have confirmation for me.
I pull out my data slate, swipe through some tabs, and show you some wonderful Imperial says Tau propaganda. And you see that exact fucking same slate.
I'm sorry, are you
Yeah.
trying to show me a picture of two anthropomorphic animals fornicating?
Oh, wait, no. That's. The other tab.
Oh no,
As
that
you
was
can
from my
see-
that was from
As
my
you-
background research on Ivis Graves. Hang on.
That was just on Ivar's Graves file. I wasn't supposed to show you that. Just forget you ever saw that. This is what I meant to show you. The tower getting very uncreative with their propaganda.
I see.
We've seen this exact slogan and this exact poster before. Said. I confirm so things.
Yes,
Tau
ever
clearly
since...
have a presence and interest in this planet.
Yes, I had been forming a theory that the Tau intend to conquer this world, or, more likely, have this rebel rabble conquer it for them and simply annex it.
I have to congratulate you and your group. You were very quick to spot the signs of heresy and report them back and identified them correctly as well.
It's gratifying to see our theories paying off. And it is unfortunate that the governor is a mix of grossly incompetent and obsessively loyal to the Empire itself, that he has remarkably little good information for us.
His loyalty matters little at this point. He is a puppet of a heretic, and he shall be dealt as.
Hmm.
He might not get turned into a servitor, but his fate will be grim. Do not feel sorry, for such weak and incompetent leaders are better rooted out than left to their own devices.
No, I agree. Leadership is far beyond him. You'll get no sympathy from me on that front. But find it difficult in my heart to mete out dark punishments to him.
Don't worry not. That's why we have the arbitrators.
Jenna will scrunch her lips for a moment and sigh. Yes, you're right.
By the way, such things are better not mentioned in front of the Inquisitor if you ever get the chance. It's better to look eager to deliver a heretic's punishment, lest you get some unwanted attention.
I understand. Still, I am at my heart a doctor. It is in my nature to try and save people, not to...
I know, a hospitaller such as yourself is taught to mend humanity's fault. But as a member of the Inquisition, mending might not always be enough.
Quite right. I'm glad to have someone on the team now who understands my predicament.
I know. I've had same problems myself. Luckily enough, I never had to carry out the role of an executioner. Not sure I'd be able to pull it off.
Well, speaking of grim fates, do you think we should alert Hannigan to the potential annexation of this planet? Or should we take that matter to the governor, if anyone? It seems cruel not to tell those who defend this world that there may be a grave Xenos threat approaching.
I mean, I'd like to believe that they wouldn't be so bold and foolish as to attack so far deep into Imperial tech. It is entirely possible after we foiled the little rebellion attempt that they got scared off, there might not actually be an invasion force coming. You know how these stuff function, Juno?
No, but I do know that we're in the Gothic sector. This is a magnet for all manner of evil creatures, from chaos to Xenos. It would not surprise me to find them worming their way here.
It would surprise me, because Tau are not brave enough for a direct confrontation. The Tau have a much smaller fleet than us. They would never dare enter our territory so brazenly. Thus, they have to resort to subterfuge and sabotage by spreading these vile lies and their corrupted ideologies upon our populaces. There will not be an invasion force coming, but there will be a lot more rebellions in the future. This is something much harder to defend from, for it will be our own populace rebelling against us.
So you believe that so long as the population's rebellious streak is crushed, there will be no direct confrontation? That is
They would
good.
never dare. They'd lose too much in the process. They cannot fight us directly. They have to strike from the shadow.
Understood.
So I do not believe there will be annexation on the way.
Nevertheless,
But
do
I
you
am...
feel we should alert Hannigan to the source of this threat?
Well, I will have to consult with the Inquisitor as to how much Hannigan and her arbitrators are meant to know about this particular threat, and the Adeptus Militarum will adjust their informational campaigns accordingly.
For whatever it's worth, Hannigan and her men have been loyal and effective in their duties. I trust no one implicitly, but she at least has mine.
A suspicious mind is a healthy mind, always remember that. And that is good to hear. I've seen many words with incompetent arbitrators. It's good to see that these ones were on their feet, as when the rebellion kicked up in earnest. They were already mobilized. Most impressive.
Yes, their reaction speed
also
is
Bob.
extraordinary. Juno will just hold back the why of that. It just happened to be on high alert all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, they're just super duper fucking
Yeah,
competent.
Baltus definitely never psyched out a hotel. We don't ever need to mention that now that Father Rowe is dead.
Oh, Baltus. That was amazing.
Don't worry, boo. I got your back. All right. So yeah, do we have anything else we want to interrogate von Hummel on, or?
The man is just a puppet. I'm sure we can ask him a million different questions. Actually, yeah, we should ask him about other nobles upon this planet.
Yeah. That and if Tehran had anywhere she might go, because fuck. We have no idea where she's headed.
We shall recommence the questioning then. He might have been a puppet, but he's still a high. And high bones tend to hang around certain crowds.
The very edge of Juno's mouth will twitch a little bit as she flashes back through all the scum and villainy she's waded through over the last couple of days.
She might not have been directly endorsing most of his venues with his presence, but he certainly had people who did. He might be pointing the finger only to Tehran, but there might be more puppet masters at.
Right. Let's go back in then. Alright. So we go in, Juno will adjust her habit and then sit down across from the Baron.
Sit ominously in a dark corner.
Very well, Baron. My associate and I believe you. However, the planet is still in more grave danger than you can imagine. Your friend Tehran is spreading a dangerous ideology, and this ideology, as you can no doubt see, leads to rebellion, to chaos. It must be snuffed out. You need to know who she and your household have had contact with, who she spent time with. Anything you can tell us to lead us to root out the corruption she has spread will reflect well upon you.
Yes, of course. She was, she had few friends, at least few who lived on Moab and outside of the and outside of my household. She was closest to my inner cadre of guards. I believe she may have been romantically involved with one or three of them.
Juno will nod her head slowly. That explains their fanaticism.
And sometimes sometimes there were visitors from off-planet, and she kept in semi-regular contact with some associates from Elysium. There were a couple of times, and she requested leave. She went off-planet herself.
Do you know where to?
Also, no, this is not the same Elysium as the Drop Troopers.
Damn it.
I believe once she took a pilgrimage to the ruins of Savin, and another to Schindelgeist. As for the others, I cannot be certain. I would expect to one of the more pleasant agri worlds, or to a paradise world.
Was she ever in contact with other nobles here on Moab?
Yes. We often had to we often had business with other noblemen. It's one of those closest to the planetary governor, at least geographically. Whenever there was a dispute, much of the nobility sought my support on influencing her.
Were there any that seemed to have rapport with Tyrann? Any who perhaps sought her counsel more than once or twice?
I do not believe so. She was merely my seneschal. I suppose I believe the Lord of the Master Baron of Jericho, perhaps, he spoke to her fairly often, though I think he was trying to fuck her.
So were your elite guards, and that certainly had an influence. Was she in contact with the seneschals of other nobles? Working closely with any of them, or were your households largely separate?
Oh. We all have to administer our own territories. She, but in worse years, when the rad storms are particularly intense, we do need to cooperate in order to keep the menials alive. Yeah. She may have worked with some. Yes, I think 3 years back was particularly bad. I think she worked with. I need to get a name here real quick.
Holy shit. I'm very surprised. I'll be very fucking surprised when the actual invasion fleet.
Alright. Yes, that year we had to pool all of our radiation treatments. The seneschal, the Master Baron of Sahab took the lead, and I believe his seneschal stayed in touch with Tehran afterwards. Not friends, but keeping the working relationship.
Was he also trying to fuck her?
No. She was too old and too female for him.
She curls up her nose.
Ugh.
Very well. At any point, did you notice a sudden change in Tehran's behavior? Perhaps in the last few years?
No. Well, not before this. No.
Understood. Final question, I believe. Do you have any idea where she might go? Any homes outside of your estate or favored watering holes, brothels, other locales throughout the region?
No. I don't think she ever went out for recreation like that. she was very competent, and I was happy to encourage her to continue being competent, and honestly, I wouldn't notice anyway if she took things from my stores without asking, so I just gave her permission. If she wanted to drink, then she had access to all my amasec.
A pity. You really do have no idea where she's gotten off to. Juno will kind of look to the others like, any other questions you guys have?
No. None at the moment.
Alright.
Baltus. You stay with the Baron for a bit. I wanna ask Juno. Hey, welcome back, Rob. Babysit the Baron real quick. I need to ask her. Juno's.
Alright. Time to once again, good cop, bad cop out the door.
I may have an idea as to where she's fled.
Do tell.
So we know she used the teleporterium, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is entirely possible that she might have sympathizers within the Adeptus Arbites. She could be disguised as one of them. And the Arbites, as far as I know, never look at their own people twice.
I find that unlikely. We found vehicles missing. It seems she fled, and that is corroborated by the memories of her agent that Eloa has trawled through. It may be worth looking just to make sure, but I do believe she is in the wind.
Just in case he was foolish enough to stick around, we'll give all the arbitrators a go.
Very well. But I see no reason to interrogate the Baron further this time, so...
I suppose we have to conclude with the interrogation. He's been surprisingly cooperative.
Yes, he has. You know, we'll, like, start and stop talking from him, and then shake her head and just go back inside. Put a hand on Baltus' shoulder and say, "Very well, Baron, we have no more questions. Thank you for your cooperation. Your willingness and openness with us will reflect well upon you, though ultimately your fate is not entirely in our hands. I wish you good luck in the Emperor's mercy."
He gulps.
All things considered, this is
Wow.
probably one of the most pleasant interrogations the Inquisition has ever done.
Yeah, I know, that's why I feel bad.
There.
I hope this guy doesn't get tortured.
He's probably gonna get tortured and murdered, but he will not be stuck for the rest of his life as a lobotomized in the form of a servitor. If we're gonna torture him, he's at least going to die.
Given his cooperation, if it was up to the arbitrators, he would probably get either a quick execution or life sentence on a penal world.
Most
And
likely
Juno
go
was
through.
going to advocate that he become a menial as he expressed that he ought to. So, I mean, I guess a prison colony is the next best thing. It's
I
not
mean,
good, but you know.
you know what? It's probably for the best if they just make it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah, I guess we'll leave. Snippy, do you want to tell Hannigan about the Tau threat? Because I feel like she's going to be dealing with this long after we leave.
I would. Merz. Will I have authorization from the Inquisitor to have the little talk with Hannigan?
Uh,
He needs not expose himself.
yeah, I mean... Yeah. If the field team believes it, believes it would be beneficial, then he'll authorize it.
I mean, Hannigan has more than earned the knowledge, and considering all the shit that's happening, if the field team has any trust in this woman, it's good that she's equipped with knowledge for what's about to come.
Yeah. I think we can skip past the actual conversation, as you've already had... You've already played out the talk with Juno.
Perfect. Just abbreviate that. They're stuck on the planet. They're trying to subvert the local government, and because of your exemplary service and your quick response time, you are granted this very valuable knowledge as to actually how to deal with this fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Good
And,
job. You might be becoming a marshal in the future. Try not to get murdered like the last one. Okay, thanks. Bye.
And speaking of Juno, you had asked for files and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes. Her full name is, and title is, Seneschal Tyran Kier Elysium.
Darren Kieran?
And, yeah. They did seize her paperwork from the, from Castle Hommel. And, hey, you're a sister of battle. You are, like, scholar trained yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, would you like to scrutinize with a +20?
Wanna help?
Sure.
Yeah.
I help.
Alright.
Is that the maxed out?
2 people can assist.
Okay, so that's a total
Wait.
plus 40, and then my minus 20 for not being trained in it.
What's your perception?
30.
I have a 36, but I believe you will just roll better than.
Yeah.
It's not unlikely. Oh no, that was the opposite of that. Let me try that again. What the fuck was the modifier? Plus 40. Alright, let's scroot again.
Advantage.
Womp fucking womp.
They sure are documents.
They look legit.
Alright, can I at least tell if it's actually her? Like, I've seen Tehran, and I assume there's a picture of her in her fucking documents.
Yes.
Is it the same
Uh,
person?
Yes, it is very definitely the same person. Or at least, the same face.
Okay.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
You've
Yeah.
you've already run into face changing
Yeah,
tech,
no,
so
I got that. Are there any like notable incidences marked in her files from the Scala?
Fucking 95? Jesus.
Yeah, not expecting much
so
here.
yeah.
Nice Ray.
Take care, Stray.
Last ray.
Yeah. As as far as it looks, she was pretty much a model student. Didn't excel in combat, in combat training, so she wasn't sent on to the Adeptus Sororitas, but performed perfectly adequately at everything and very good at administrative and interpersonal work. Indeed, a very she yeah. It looks just like what you'd expect. She was good at all of the things that you would want in a seneschal. So she was she was sent down the seneschal career path.
Yep. Do you know what kind of
And also, she lived to adulthood, so she wasn't insubordinate at all.
General look over it and nod and say, "Well, there, but by the grace of the Emperor go I." Strange, she seemed a model student. No disciplinary action, no critical notes from her peers or teachers. No reason to suspect her at all.
Then there's never any reason to ever suspect this kind. Have you
Although,
ever heard the phrase, the road to hell is paved by the very best intention?
it's worth noting, her profile says she did not excel in combat, and yet it seemed that she was wielding a power sword with some adeptness. She had a force field in combat. Either this is a different person, or someone has taken a great interest in training Tyrion to become what she is.
A long time has passed since then. It's probably the latter, but if indeed she is as adept at combat as you claim, no, they would never replace her with someone else. That'd be outside of their MO. But an interesting possibility, Juno. One that we should never discuss.
We should never what?
A possibility that we should not casually discuss.
Well, let us reconvene with our fellows and determine the next course of action. As unfortunately, we still don't have any further leads on our wayward seneschal. As we're walking, Juno's gonna pick up Grim from the whatever poor Arbites he handed him off to while she was in the interrogation room. Who's a good boy?
Ooh, that's cute.
Yeah. One of the arbitrator interrogators. What's it say? By the way, he heard you asking. We heard you asking about it, and the Baron mentioned paperwork on on shipping. We're getting that pulled up for you as well, if you're interested.
Yes.
Excellent. I would like to inspect it at once.
I'm sure much of it is falsified, but having at least an idea of where this cargo of theirs has been coming from would be helpful.
The devil's in the details.
Indeed. So, yeah, let's...
Should I give this a check? I have scholastic lore bureaucracy to throw at this.
That would be fairly helpful here, yes.
I assume no one else knows bureaucracy unless I grab a fucking arbitrator to help.
Eloa and Casa can both assist you. They count as having it trained at rank 1.
So
Nice.
first 20. Ooh!
Nice.
I fucking aced that roll. God, I've never used a scholastic lore. Out of all the years I've been playing that Heresy and only, where this is literally the first.
Alright, so there's only a limited amount you can get from, the paperwork they had. But you can, like, look through it, and very quickly a bit of a pattern does emerge. Yeah, these, whenever Tyran, ordered a shipment, she always used the same merchant conglomerate. Every single time.
Charis.
Yep. And they are based on... and yeah, they are headquartered in the shipyards of Luxor, which is in the Bindmore subsector. Just a little bit away from Elysium, actually.
Is Elysium in Gothic?
Yes.
Ah, I see.
In fact, I should have probably dragged you over here earlier, but I forgot about that.
We did not bring the map with us in the interrogation chain.
Yeah. Elysium is basically in the center, and Luxor is, like, here, just very close.
It's a mining world. Interesting.
And where are we? We're on Moab, which is...
Top left, Moab in the Cyclops cluster.
I see.
It's beautiful. I love this map.
This is a really nice map, actually.
Yeah, this is a great map.
Yeah, it's a shame that it's apparently pre-Gothic War.
Details. Details we can overload.
Savin, gone. Phalaris, gone. Tarantis, that entire system is gone. Abaddon, made a supernova.
Oh my god.
Oof.
It's, yeah.
We have a very old map. It's architect. It's sacred.
Yeah, it's been a few thousand years, but the Imperium promises at some point it will get around to updating the sector map.
I mean, the Gothic War was only 800 years ago.
Oh, okay, well then see, it was just the other day. How the fuck do you expect them to update their maps that quickly?
Yeah, yes. It, as well as, getting these, like, yeah, getting where this conglomerate is based, you can also get ship names, numbers. They don't have, like, the actual routes used in these documents, but, well, you know where to go to get them, and, you have all of the information you would need to cross-reference that. You genius little bureaucrat, you.
We're fucking nerding out so hard right over this.
We're
Yeah. I I need to step away real quick and use the restroom. I'll be back soon.
We're gonna solve this by the power of pure autism.
By our autism combined, we will backtrace all of their financial transactions.
Well, you see, you didn't pay your taxes here, Mr. Governor.
So where are we?
We're on
We are
Moab
at
in the top
Moab.
left.
Top left. Thank you. There we go. Got it. Thank you.
Never thought that shit was coming from Zola.
From Seoul? Am I still super quiet?
Nah,
No,
you're good
you're
because
actually
I've
alright.
turned you up. God. Charis conglomerate. These guys are in deep with the Xenos, and we're gonna need to poke into them a little bit deeper. But something tells me that there's gonna be some big dicked fucking rogue trader behind all. It's going to just be destabilizing the whole sector without us being able to do much about it. Because you know how rogue traders are. Nothing can really touch them.
Well, hopefully our road trader will be our friend and ship us around a ways, at the very least.
Uh-huh. And their rogue trader is gonna have every single last one of his underlings slaughtered by the Imperial Inquisition. Might not be able to get him directly, but if we kill everyone he deals with, he's gonna have no one to deal with. So it's good, problem solved.
I'm back.
It's a compelling argument.
Also, while they are within the bounds of the Imperium, rogue traders are under the Inquisitioner's thumb. It's just they get a bit more leeway, and when they go outside, they're allowed to do most anything.
Look, I've seen human beings play rogue trader. They don't really give a shit when the Inquisition comes knocking.
They usually
They're
just
like,
throw
"Hey,
money
Hobbit,
at
get
them.
the fuck off my property."
So yeah, where were we?
They're the fucking embodiment of space and cat.
Alright. Yes, walls and stuff. So, Scythia, would you like to actually get, like, the shipping routes for these vessels, or are you happy as is?
No, I would like to get everything. I'm gonna know all of their shipping routes, still on the ones we know at least. Gonna put them down on a little map, gonna log them down, and load them onto my memories implant. Actually,
Alright.
no, it's kind of useless knowledge. I'm just gonna put it on my PDF.
Alright, so... You're a very fucking good bureaucrat, but how good are you at bullying? Because there are other bureaucrats, and they hold this knowledge, and you must get it from them.
You know, there are several ways I can do this. Good range. Oh, fuck. This is very good at being nice. But the bureaucrats are probably gay as fuck. If I tried the charm approach, it would take a lot longer, but did I get a bonus for having a very attractive hospital there with me?
And I can always show a little cleavage.
Yes, that would probably help.
Just rub Savin on everything. It's great. You and I are gonna get along just fine, Juno.
Alright, so let's...
It's just a fucking tag team.
You can indeed flirt your way into into these documents. Alright, so now you've got them, and yeah, you can immediately like memorize all of the shipping routes. There are a lot of shipping routes. Would you like to try a logic or another bureaucracy test to do some information analysis?
Actually, we do have a tech priest for the lodge. She's not present, but she's very logical.
Yes, but logic is her worst tech skill.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, she's got it. She has a 50% logic right now.
I
I
mean,
mean, I
that's still
have
better than
50.
any of us, probably. Got a 20.
My logic is firmly set at 50%. So I would like to assist her because, you know, she's also big with the book. She can process it a hell of a lot faster than me. It'd be a 60 if I help.
Yep. You know what? I can do here. I can. Stray isn't here, so she doesn't actually have any use for all of her fate points. I can
Yes.
just use her fate ability for her.
That was the other thing I wanted to say. She has more faith than I do right now. Or
Yeah.
somewhat.
So she automatically succeeds a logic test.
Yes! High
With,
five straight. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, with degrees of success equal to her intelligence bonus. Alright. So, analysis on these. It takes Eloa a bit, but it doesn't take her very long to note some things. This can. Yeah, the conglomerate of light, they do a lot of shipping just across the whole Gothic sector, and
Wait a minute. The conglomerate of fucking light that screams Tau.
Hmm?
Oh my god, they literally named it the conglomerate of light. They're not subtle at all.
they're based on from a world called Luxor. They
Bastard.
Very Egyptian themed, I want to assume.
yeah, some things go out the Tamal passage or the Firefall passage, but most of it's inside. But cross-referencing their routes with the ships that Tiran hired specifically, there are a couple of things. Indeed, every route starts at Luxor, because of course it does.
God, Luxor. Epicenter.
I mean, that's where the where the conglomerate is based. They don't really have a choice. They can't like start at Port Moore when their ships do not actually start at Port Moore. But yeah, each one of these their routes are a bit different, but each and every one passes by either Naxos or Lev. Right. This one or this one.
That's way the fuck out of your way.
That
If
is
you're...
very interesting.
I mean, they have to do big circuitous routes. You can't just go like this. There isn't a warp route, a stable enough warp route for a chartist. Would you like to roll a common law Gothic sector, forbidden law heresy, forbidden law adeptus astartes, and anything like that for Lev?
I have Scholastic Lore
Fuck,
Heraldry.
I haven't purchased any of those. Can I just use Legend?
I mean, Eloa is trained in all lores, so we're on.
Not forbidden.
Is that not a thing?
I only have Forbidden Lord Tau. Yet.
One of those was
I can try Scholastic Legend.
I have Forbidden Lore Warp, but I have no idea if that is.
Or
I don't
Scholastic
think that'll
Lore.
apply here.
Nah, I think then it's just common Gothic.
Well, ain't got shit,
Hello?
Captain.
I can try an untrained Gothic. That's
I mean, you can just rub like Eloa or Casa on this.
Yeah, let's rub the nerds on it. Get them to assist each other.
plus what?
I mean, again, I can just use one of Eloa's fate.
Yes, please do. Eloa, help me.
Nerd
So,
please.
let's start with Lev. Lev is a imperial feudal world, pre-industrial, and well, back in the day, it used to be the homeworld of a Space Marine chapter, the Flame Falcons.
Never heard of them.
They aren't around anymore.
Why does that sound familiar?
Goddamn Abaddon.
Bob, OOC here. If you're familiar with the Cursed Founding, they're the guys that burst into flames.
Ah,
Oh, that's a fun superpower.
why? Yeah, they didn't like it. Didn't hurt anyone, but people that were chaotic.
Oh, that's actually a fun superpower then.
Yeah,
If only
they-
we could be so
the
close
Inquisition
and
didn't think so
condense them.
though.
Oh.
Yeah, it was an unsanctioned warp mutation. They were purged.
Fucking Inquisition.
That's all out of character.
Yes, it's you don't have the training in Heresy or Astartes, so you don't know what happened to the Flame Falcons. Only that they're no longer around.
Probably
And,
never heard of them.
Well, no, Eloa gets to rub like 6 degrees of success on this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. Oh, Flame Falcons. Oh, they're gone now.
Yeah. And the Astartes chapter lost in their service. Who were lost in the Emperor's service.
And whose file in the Inquisition records is just a giant redacted.
At least the level of records you guys can access.
Well, yeah. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Since they were gone, Lev has fallen by the wayside. It's still officially tithe grade Adeptus Non. It doesn't have to give anything.
That's
Not
nice.
that it really could give anything. It's a pre-industrial society. There is a record that Eloa can bring up from like 850 M41 of of Lev apparently having received a visitation from the Omnissiah and developed gunpowder.
Attaboy.
You're getting there, Leth. You're getting there. You're doing alright.
As for Naxos, Naxos is a mining world. Except it's not really functional anymore.
Gonna Abaddon.
No, not Abaddon. It actually survived the Gothic War, relatively untouched by the forces of the Great Enemy. Instead, it was constantly raided by Xenos.
Fucking Dark Elder.
Yes. A significant number of Dark Eldar were killed on there, in a trap set by the Adeptus Astartes, but it was very costly to the planet, and mining operations have officially ceased. So you're not allowed to let yourself be worshipped as a god, because the Emperor is the one true god.
I mean, if I ask them not to, does that absolve me from them doing it anyway?
Yes, it absolves you, and you could potentially turn into a saint,
See?
just like the Emperor. By the way, you don't want to turn into a saint. Your soul will be eternally. You know what? I shouldn't be spoiling it, but it's not pleasant.
Oh, wait. I just thought you become a
Pasha.
demon.
Yes.
A
Saints
demon
are
prince of the
demons.
Emperor.
Yeah, that's exactly why it's so unpleasant. Hey, Tasha.
I mean, Corferon's doing pretty good. And he's not even with the Emperor.
Anyway,
Wait a minute. There's a planet here with no name.
Where?
The bottom
Oh yes,
next to.
yes. That is a nameless planet. I have no idea.
We make one up.
look, clearly no one's ever been there before, so if we just go there first, we can name it.
Except it's a mining world. People are there digging.
Well, they clearly didn't care enough to name it, so if we go there first, we can name it. That's how
And I
that
read
works.
that.
Oh, that
I read-
should be named.
You spell expunged, you fucking nerd.
Grappa.
How is it supposed to be named?
De Grappa.
The Grappa.
Oh, so it's an orc
so-
world, okay.
Oh,
to say, that
it's an
sounds like a-
orc. Ah.
At least that's yeah. There's Scargle already there, Corain, them those. But those are the only other mining worlds listed for
There's an
for that
uninhabited.
subsect.
There's an uninhabited world up there with just above it with no name.
No, that's named. It's 201/23/GS/N.35/4.
Love how we can slowly fill in the map by drawing on the.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it gets its name underneath it, and like almost every other world has it above. I guess it was just like awkwardness of it being very long and there being a lot of other worlds that it would clip over.
I have
I
this
like how they
wonderful
even have to
image.
tilt some of the letters to make it fit.
Yeah.
The G and the S are just crammed together, and the N is sort of. Yeah.
Just
You
imagine.
know, they could have
the
solved this
illustrator.
problem by not giving it a retarded name.
I mean, this isn't an official map, as far as I'm aware, so they didn't. The person who made it didn't have much of a choice.
Look, somebody at G-Dubs made that name, and then also in that same book probably put it on a map. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
They could have prevented this.
At least it's not tr/0524/GS/PW-L, because that's just like fucking dashes and slashes. Ugh.
That's the Empire for you.
Yeah.
I like that
but-
Forge World name is Bandex.
Oh, I noticed they're on uninhabited worlds, so there's no like. That's why they have weirdest, funky names.
Except
Yeah.
you say that, but then there's Naman and Duran, and
Maybe they used to. Maybe they used to be habited at once upon a time. Anyway, that theory crafting. That's what I.
Inhabited.
yeah. So yes. In any case, Naxos, because it got xeno-raided into shit, it is also Typhgrade, like, null. It would be lovely if they could reopen the mines, because the mines there produced, like, Zygnite, which you can make an adamantium analog from, and phlogiston, which is necessary for plasma weapons. But as it is, it would require too much investment for anyone to do it.
Well, we just need to. All we need to do is have a little Death Watch campaign there to clear out the mines from all the grotesques and you. It's fine. It's only gonna take like 10 years. I mean,
I mean, the Xeno Raiders are gone now. The Death Watch won, it's just they collapsed all of the mines on top of these raiders.
oh god, they're still alive and murder fucking each other down there. Damn it.
Yeah, those two, along with Luxor, those are the... That and, you know, their route also passed by Moab. It would be a bit fucky if Moab was not also on the list of commonalities between all the ships being chartered to eventually go to Moab. She did not fuck up that much.
Thanks, Rob. So she could have fucked up that much.
I mean, yes, it is always possible in the Imperium to hire a ship intending to have it go somewhere, and it never ever goes there. Because bureaucracy.
Yep.
Eh,
But yeah, both sound like very easy worlds for, say, a bunch of Xenos to be, and give you a bunch of Xenotech to take on the Moab. So
we know for a fact the Xenos have authorization codes that allow them to possess Imperial vessels. And we know there are a lot of people in the systems that are eager to get their hands on their tech. And we have a lot of evidence pointing towards this wonderful conglomerate of life. God, we might have to go and investigate around Luxor. As soon as we're done hunting for the silver, that is. This is... Ooh. This can go really deep. Something tells me that... Ooh, it's not gonna go well. This net is more extensive than I thought it'd be. I thought it was only a local thing, but no. It's like a whole fucking network of xenotech we have discovered.
Why not try and look to one of the two other planets they stop by? That they always stop by.
Lev and Naxos? Yeah, I mean, we could potentially also give those places a visit, but I'd rather just cut the head off this. Actually, no.
I'd rather catch some Xenos.
Okay, so
Is there a pattern to which world they use? Like it's one, then the other, then the other, then the other?
No,
we
nothing
always
like
pass
that.
by those two.
It's,
Always.
well, they always pass by one or the other, but
Ah, that's a shame.
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
nothing that no, doesn't seem to be. It just seems to be like which is easier to get, like someone that goes the long way via Lev, or like if it's easier to get that, then wait for a route via Naxos to become available. They use Lev.
Okay, so alright. That's where I was getting confused. I thought those are places they stop by to trade with, not.
Which means they definitely have. We're gonna have to go on the local systems and look for our Tau ship, because that's probably where they're dropping off their goods. Naxos would be a good candidate, as it has already been cleansed once and doesn't have nearly as much tension in it as usual. Lev, on the other hand, is another good candidate, but not nearly as good as Naxos, because it's a fucking fuel world. Things such as Xeno tech would make a lot more of a fuss there.
Although it is a just a reminder, it is a feudal world that used to be an Astarte's homeworld. Like there is still going to be like even abandoned like a fortress monastery there.
Ooh, I would love to get to poke around an abandoned fortress monastery, find us some bolters or something.
I'd
But-
love to see a fuel world, because we might do glorious, man.
Yeah, see, it's a win for everybody, really, if you think about it.
Yeah. I'm also thinking it's really uninhabited, right? So that's lots of places to hide, like really small nefarious details. Like you could hide a, believe it or not, you could hide a starport on a planet fairly easy.
Yeah. Just find some island or whatever that's not,
Especially
not
with Tau
inhabited.
technology, they could construct an entire fob in a month with no one realizing it, because they have all those Dama stealth technology.
Holograms and stealth technologies and
Fucking automated sentries that can drop you from 2 kilometers away.
Not to mention, on an uninhabited planet, there's hardly going to be GP.
It'll be easier to find their bearings around Naxos, but Naxos might also have a bunch of BDSM sweat goblins.
I mean,
Might just go to Lev.
yeah, I vote Lev, for sure.
Also vote Lev, because the BDSM sweat goblins scare me.
Yeah, I really don't want to get captured by BDSM goblins. That's not...
So, one thing is, you should probably be having this conversation with the Inquisitor, as he's the one who will be sending you places.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
we'll have the conversation, but we're not quite done with the hunt for the silver.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to
Might
leave
still
yet.
give it a good time.
You are,
Oh, we are? Okay.
yeah.
Because we are indeed out of leads, so we're just about to enter putter around mode anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
that was what I was trying to get to. You know, establishing you going back and talking to the Inquisitor as being a thing that is happening.
Right, okay, then yes, we will indeed go back to the Inquisitor.
Gonna compile a nice little report for him. show him a very abbreviated version of all of our, not just mine, our, and prepare a little PDF presentation for it.
Make a PowerPoint.
I'm gonna make a PowerPoint presentation for the Inquisitor, just
Oh god,
like
it
the
probably actually is PowerPoint. Ancient archaeo tech that only the fucking Mechanicus know how to use now. You just have a projector.
So you get him briefed.
I get everyone briefed. But
Yes.
first, most important thought here.
I see. That is a lot of leads that need to be followed up.
Yes, and it will also be wise to perhaps give this Tyrann another closer look.
Yes. Elysium, Luxor, Naxos, and Lev. 4 worlds, and yet we only have 2 teams. And that's not even counting keeping security here to try to catch this silver.
At the
But
very
for
least,
certain,
at the very least, I think Hannigan can maintain order here, keep the chaos and the corruption from spreading.
If she manages to accomplish this task successfully, she might do as the Marshal's replacement for this.
yes. Yes, she has proven herself adequately. But that is the Lord High Marshal's decision, not mine. What we can say for certain, though, is that your team is too compromised here to be able to reach the silver. If you get close to her, she'll run again and again. Yet I will I will leave Amelia Irenaeus here to coordinate our efforts in capturing her. These new worlds. Well, as much as I would like to supervise you personally, we need to split up and cover more ground.
Indeed. There are quite a few choices here.
Might I recommend that our particular talents might be best suited to Leth? She'll gesture at Graves and Ceiko. Have strong warriors and technical aptitude that might yield results from the abandoned Space Marine encampment, their fortress monastery.
Also, it'll be easier for us to spot any potential Xenos influence with Miara.
And fewer people to recognize us. Give us a chance to fade from public memory.
Indeed. Given your notoriety here, if there is, if Elysium is in any way compromised, you would likely be recognized.
So then it's settled. We're going to lab. No objections from the acolytes?
Nope.
Very well. I'm eager to see you all in action.
I hope we can impress.
I will also offer you the fuck was...
This is the fuck. As the husky goes and lays back his feet.
It's not me.
Begging for
No,
head.
DCL, please be careful with your mic.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, what's going on with it? Was it just me breathing or?
No,
Booping
you
it.
whacked it.
Oh, sorry.
Quickly throw the microphone out of the window. It's the only way.
If you require it, I would offer you services of another member of my retinue. But the choice is with you.
Who all's in his unit again?
I'll bring them from the GM layer. And yeah, I can even get like I won't bring forward the girl Irenaeus as she needs to stay here for shit, but you know the other ones.
So we already have 2 techno nerds, so Tasha, please.
So what's Kiner and
She's a
Edelsberg.
sister, I believe.
Von Adelsberg, she is a sister dialogus. She is also, she is,
like a translator or interpreter?
yes,
That
and
might actually be super helpful on Lathe.
yeah, she speaks the foreign tongues and, knows a lot of shit herself. You already have a couple of law monkeys, but she combines being a law monkey and speaking everything. Kaina is a scout stormtrooper. Very quiet, very shooty. Astronomus, if you couldn't tell just by looking at him, is a wizard.
What?
You can't
I
see
thought
him,
he was a
but I
shock
can see
trooper.
it.
Oh, now I can see his name.
Literally shocked.
Fucking Ceiko. Yeah, did
Yeah.
invisible from all of us.
Yeah, he's he has some abilities with biomancy, telekinesis, telepathy and divination. Also PR7, because, yeah.
Because
That-
lol.
That's really handy. Yeah.
He's also squishy as fuck. Like,
Like any good wizard.
yes. Admittedly, only 2 of these characters have more than 11 wounds. Kira Dorora is a technical operator. She flies good. And the boy Irenaeus is... he's a swordy boy as well. And anti-psyker, anti-demon training.
Nah.
So,
Honestly, I
Yeah.
think either the Psyker or the Dialogus would probably be most helpful here.
So these will be reinforcement characters, so they do have an influence cost.
Now, what does that mean exactly?
It means between you have to pay up an amount of influence.
Oh, fuck that. Our party's fucking beefcake as it is. We don't need any of that.
We have Castle, we don't need anyone else.
Yeah, we already have our little nerd here. It's fine.
Besides, every
How much
single
influence are we
player-
talking, though?
Depends on which one. For instance, Irenaeus costs 9, Astra 9. I haven't actually recorded the cost, he should be 6. Von Adelsberg is 4.
Oh, okay. These are not particularly high influence costs.
How much is
No, I didn't think they would be.
Say again, Snippy, sorry?
How much is null? 'Cause I know we don't need any more party members, but it's just such a solid design.
9 as well.
No,
Alright, here's a real question. Which one has Narcia been sleeping with?
I mean, does Narcia like the dick? Or does
Maybe.
she like the clan? Because if she likes the dick, it's either Ostranamus or Irenaeus, or I guess Null.
She does have pure Mechanicus.
I have multiple peers. And
multiple holes.
okay, there might be something between Narcia and Null. Like, not gonna solidify anything, but they're good buddies.
Good old toasters. Gotta stick together. But yeah, I don't think we need any of these guys, but the Psyker or the Sister would probably be the most useful if we do want one.
I vote for Null. We just need more cog boys.
We do not. We have 3
Oh.
tech nerds now. We're
We don't have
good.
enough technists.
Honestly, how many of you guys can drive?
I can.
Or Alright.
I can navigate.
I can drive
Different,
and
yes.
navigate surface barely.
Okay.
what one of the things with Dorora is that she does come with a gun cut.
A what?
Gun?
A air support.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all weren't thinking about that, were you? Hold on.
I mean,
I
Good
didn't.
pilot.
I knew she was a pilot. I didn't think that meant she came with the vehicle to pilot. That's-
Well, otherwise she has a shotgun and a sword as her gear.
I mean, yeah, having an aircraft on the the primitive ass world would be useful for not having to ever interact with any of the barbarians.
not very subtle, however. So,
Have you seen our party?
okay, you're right. You're right, and the other choices wouldn't be much subtle, anyways. Having an
I mean,
cog
Adelsberg
boy
would be
in a
pretty
fucking
subtle.
fuel
She's
world.
just a fucking translator.
the most subtle one we got is Rachel.
That's
That'd be
true.
or in theory, Kiner, but that's assuming we just don't want to talk to anyone.
Okay, question that I didn't ask before. What's Ostranamus? Or what's his psychic thingy-majigger?
In terms of powers he's got a couple of bits of biomancy, a lot of telekinesis, including Gate of Infinity, some low-level telepathy, and some medium divination.
You know what? Gate of Infinity is probably a pretty good thing to add to our pet.
Also has telepathic link, because that's you can't go down telepathy without getting telepathic link.
Look, guys, having one psyker, no, that's pretty good. But having two psychers,
Two
that's
psychers.
pro gamer move, right? Pro gamer move. Come on, guys.
If
We
you guys
don't
wanna add
even
any-
let the psyker we have use his powers.
Imagine having two of them.
He's used his powers like twice, and one time he made the inn bleed.
It'd be
Actually,
fine.
it was a massive benefit to us.
It
because
look, it was in the end, yes. Like I like Baltus and him using his powers, but you know, I
So
like
do I.
chaos. So,
Mine are
Same. Not chaos in the.
Small C.
but also Big C if it's Papa Nurgle.
Out of character.
having an out of character phrase.
Yes, obviously this entire conversation is out of character. But yeah, having a ship to or an aircraft to zip around with would be extraordinarily helpful. As would being able to talk to the fucking primitive screwheads. So either of those would probably be the most useful now that we've established that. What's Diora's cost again?
6.
Okay, that's not bad.
I'm willing to put in 3 towards anyone you want to get. I got 63. I'm willing to go down to 60.
Probably would need to probably go through because we're going to a fuel world.
Which one did you say?
Right?
I didn't
Probably-
say.
You guys cut out for me at least.
Yeah, I stopped talking because I wanted Snippy to finish.
Probably Rachel because we're gonna need to be able to communicate with all the Neanderthals. But look at the gun.
Holy shit.
Look at that. We have a gunship, guys. Do you want a boring ass translator? Or do you want a gunship?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really, really tempted to get the gunship.
Space
Same.
Vietnam.
I came back to Space Vietnam. What?
So DCL, we're
DCL.
planning on going to a feudal world, right?
Right.
And we're looking at recruiting an NPC who comes with a fucking helicopter gunship to ferry us gloriously into the jungle.
Okay then.
So, would you like to fork up 3 influence points to help us ride the Valkyries?
Alternatively, translator none.
I mean,
What?
look, that would be Juno's preference, obviously, to get all up in that. But Savin really wants the fucking gunship.
Also, translator none who comes. I'm just gonna list off her forbidden laws. Eldar, Tau, Archaeotech, Inquisition, Demonology, Heresy, the Horus Heresy and the Long War, Officio Assassinorum, and Psychers.
Oh,
Fucking
God.
nerd.
C would be the choice if we ever decided to go to the mining planet because of the elder ship.
Yeah. For sure. If,
You never
if
know,
we
there
were
might
going
be
there,
other
yeah.
shit in the other
But
world.
I kind of don't want to give up my influence. Do we have to get the gunship?
No, we don't have to get any of these guys.
We
We're
don't
just
have to get anybody.
we're opting in, perhaps, to getting.
I'm just saying I'm willing to front 3 for any character you want.
Okay, I can put up 2.
Also, her languages: High Gothic, Eldar, Tau, Orc, Necrontyr, and Lexographer talent.
I never thought of Orc as a language, really.
It's mostly just beating people over the head, which is fairly similar to what they teach you in the Schola Progenium. So
It's true. All right, so we're up to 5 influence. So
I would really like Rachel, but here's the thing. If we grab Rachel with us, then we would be stealing away the other team's scholar. And if the other team encounters any Eldar or Necron bullshit without Rachel, they might have a hard time identifying. Oh, they can perfectly survive just fine without their gunship.
I mean, the gunship is how they get to the planet, usually.
Guess they're just gonna have to fucking drive them.
yeah.
But yeah, the reason they do come with an influence cost is because you have to, because the Inquisitor does have to replace them with someone. Like, not someone as competent, but someone who, just fills the role in the party for him.
Yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, we could buy no one, but gun.
I shouldn't have said gunship, should I?
No, you gotta.
I mean, you didn't say gunship. You said gun cutter, and then wrote out the fact that it's loaded for bear.
well, I was still thinking of. I really don't want to be walking around on this smelly ass planet. Was not gonna lie.
Yeah. Also, we may have to search the entire planet. So.
Yeah.
And that particular planet, there's gonna be a lot of ground to cover, unfortunately. And it's a feudal world, so we're not gonna be able to just rent a vehicle and drive around. If we have to go somewhere, we might need to learn how to ride the fuck.
Ride a horse.
Save a horse, ride a gunship.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to fork up 1 more point of influence?
Me.
All right.
All right then.
So let it be. We shall ride with the Valkyries.
Dun,
Or
dun,
the gun
dun,
cutters,
dun.
since Valkyrie is a specific thing in the setting.
Yeah, it's true.
There are multiple types of Valkyries, though.
King Valkyries are.
That said, I don't think a gun cutter is one of them.
No, it's much bigger.
I figured as much.
Hence
Is it bigger?
why, it's got a 30-man passenger bay.
Question.
And,
can
permanent
basically
living
live in that
quarters for
thing.
6 crew. Yeah, it does actually come with living quarters for 6 people.
Shit.
So I take it it's much bigger than a vulture.
Yeah, it's like 45 meters long.
Oh, it's much bigger than my part.
So this is almost the size of like Firefly, or Serenity. The spaceship from Firefly.
Is there room for our car in her gun cutter?
Maybe
You
a
know,
drive?
given that the Inquisitor doesn't require, seats for 30 stormtroopers at all times, he's probably got the seats removable. So, yeah, probably.
Yes, we need to
If the
keep the
car
fucking
couldn't do it,
car.
we'd just get an Aquila drive or bikes. Why are the stuff?
I actually forgot about the car.
I will never forget about the car. This is
I won't either now.
also wow. I looked up what a gun cutter is, and yeah, that's just a spaceship. This is cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm. It's not warp capable. It is far too small for that. But yeah, it is like a proper full size space going gunship.
Oh, it's like it's like a mini Thunderhawk.
Yeah.
Not even really mini. It's basically just a Thunderhawk for people rather than a Thunderhawk for Marines.
Are you saying Marines aren't people? It's true, though.
Yes.
So do we have our car statted out?
No.
That's fine. As long if we don't stat it out, then
Eventually.
nothing bad can ever happen to us.
You know,
By
now
which
that
I mean I never have to
mention
make
it,
rolls
Merz is
specific to
probably
the
gonna
car. It's
stat it
just
out and we're
drive
gonna
checks.
fucking, just so you know,
That's fine.
it just doomed us all.
It's fine. So yeah, let's get her on board. We'll load the car up and whatever trunks worth of shit we've accumulated that we're keeping.
Oh yeah, why were we? Oh, did we just trade away all of our Xenotech?
Yes, he has taken. Reeve
Okay,
has
that's
taken
good.
custody of it.
Okay, that's good. So that's dealt. Guess we're good to go.
How are we
You
getting
guys
to this
sold all
planet
my old
since the
gear, right?
gun cutter's not warp capable? Are we going with the rogue trader again?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That was what I was about to get to. Kira, do be careful. I like having a gunship. I would rather it not be destroyed. You'll have to fly. You'll have to head up to my personal vessel, and from there, return to Lord Captain Lupus. He can take you as far as he can take you to Lev. But after that, and from there on to Port Moore. From there, though, you'll have to find your own way. We can't keep him from launching his expedition much longer.
Excellent. We will be sure to thank the Lord Captain for his continued assistance.
Very good. Now, go with the Emperor's blessing.
Juno will give him whatever reply to that would be appropriate for a sister. Sure, there's
The
some.
Emperor protects.
Yeah,
Emperor protects.
Emperor protects. Bow and then put Grim on his leash and trot on to say, or I guess introduce herself to Kara.
And she did not actually, yeah, she is actually still at the spaceport now I think about it, but yeah, you can, head on over. I think this'll be about where we stop this session, as,
Works for me.
I have a warp voyage to plot.
Oh boy! I hope we get launched back 5 years into the past.
Oh, well, I guess I want to play Samurai Jack, so that's fine.
No,
You gotta go
Last-
forward in the future for that one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
last warp voyage I was at, the walls started fucking bleeding and
You took a
our
warp
Ceiko
voyage
might
in the
have
end?
exploded.
Why did you turn off the Geller field?
We did not have a Geller field.
Oh.
Oh, how? So that's how your characters died. Okay, I got it.
Death would have been a mercy.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, one thing, guys. If the voyage goes well, which it might, you're going to have like between a month and a half and 8 months.
Jesus
in the
Christ.
warp.
Dun, 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 dun. It's time for space travel.
I can get my bed rest and my implants done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The average for this trip would be like 4 months. Subjective. But, well, as we've seen before, warp travel can be hilariously inconsistent.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm not excited.
I remember when Caiaphas Kane book where a message that someone was sent. This planet got invaded twice by 2 different enemies, something like 150 years apart. They received the message they sent the first time for reinforcements back at them the second time. Just as a comparison to how awesome the warp is.
And yeah, 450 XP, guys.
450. Yeah.
Yes, you're going back to a multiple of 100 now.
Whoa.
You know,
Alright, well,
I do love some XP.
I guess that'll be it for us tonight. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for 70. Apocalypse willing.
Yeah.